All right, so we can also make this all to be a lookup, correct? Is that true? This one actually can look up to customer table, right? And this look up to the other contact table, right? But we don't have to, since we already make relationships. But we could do that too if you want to be able to see who is the name without looking at the IDs now, right? Now, let's look at, we want to create a form to take care of this. So we go to create, and under forms, form design, form wizard. We can do form using wizard. So what we try to do is we try to create one form that can record data to multiple tables. And we have many tables here, right? You only require to do one form at this point just to practice and see if we can do it. Let's say I'm going to make an easy, simple form first. A form that I want to record my customer information, right? I'm not going to include IDs, it's auto-generated. Every time when I record a new customer, I don't need to see what my ID is. So this is just for my customer to fill in name, last name, and gender. And I want to know more information about my customer. I want to know his contact. So I want to know his personal contact first. So I need to know his email, cell phone. Now let's say I need to link that I know, right? I need this key to get in here that I know who has these contacts when I have a lot of customers. So let's just test with this easy form first. I'm going to name, you can have this wizard showing you how you want it to look, person name, and have the list of the contacts as a subforms like that. It looks fine to me, so I do finish. So it's going to show something like that, right? I have customer name with many personal contacts. So now let's test. I'm going to add the new contacts by clicking on the yellow keys arrows there. So I'm going to say Peter Pan mail has contact p@gmail.com and has cell phone. See, I didn't do the mask. If I didn't do the mask, it's not going to show up, right? So peter@gmail.com. I mean, we can also apply input max, but at this point we just worry about forms, okay? This one is going to order link for you to customer ID. Peter has ID 8, right? The next customer, last one. Which normally you don't really need to show it on the form. You can actually hide it, right? It still works. But we need to have it in order to link it, right? But you can just hide information. Peter Pan@gmail.com. Okay, so we have all the contacts for Peter Pan. This is actually what we want. I'm going to save this to use at a customer point, because customer understand how to use this form, correct? We can also make, modify, and redesign the form by going to the design view. You can name the form customer form or anything that you want. You can make the logo and make the color. Go to property sheet. You can change the background color by clicking on the sheet. Change the background color. So you can change the text color. You can add the logo and images. Like, make your form looks nice. Just want to show you, we don't really need to have this. Okay. Now, if you want to double check that it's actually record to your table, yes, go to customer. We going to refresh this. Then Peter Pan is actually record to your table. If you go to personal contact, refresh. There you go. All the contacts come. That makes sense? That's how you add data to multiple tables, right? With one form. Like, I don't need to do the lookup fields, wish I could, but I don't have to. Since I make relationships, I just use the form to do that. And this is actually what we use, right? But the design, like I said, implementation of the design is done and should work. Now the form, this is the point of you need to be able to create a form for users to use. Like the form can have more than just personal contact list, name. Like we can always relabel this. Okay, like by default it's always pick up from the field name, but you might want to make it look better. Then customer or the user understand, right, what we want here. So now let's review it again. It should look more professional a little bit than using an underscore. We can change this to the cell phone from here.